So let's address the elephant in the room. For all my Arc Raiders fans by now, you know that we got a development update from Embark recently. And naturally, this development update has brought even more doom and gloom to the game. We all know in today's time, people have the attention span of a peanut and everybody is demanding things in record time. And while Arc Raiders had a very successful launch and a super honeymoon phase, naturally, people have turned on the game. However, I like to be the voice of reason and common sense. So in today's video, I want to go through the blog post with you and give a much more optimistic take on this developmental update. I personally don't think Arc Raiders is dead. If anything, this brings new life to the game. So if you actually have a brain, stick with me and let me cook. But before we get into it, hello, my name is Topaz. I go by Topaz TV Online, and this is your one-stop shop for all the latest updates, gameplays, patch notes for your favorite FPS and shooter games. And if you like anything about this video at any point, feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to keep up with our latest hot takes and news for your favorite FPS and shooter games. So without further ado, let's get into this blog post and let me explain why this is not the end of Arc Raiders. So here we are, we're changing how we update Arc Raiders, and here's what it means for me and you. And to give you a gist of what the blog post says, Embark is basically explaining to us its ambitious goals and plans for the future of Arc Raiders and how they plan on doing this. They say, we're changing how we update the game. When Arc Raiders launched, we planned to offer monthly updates. The intention was to keep you all engaged, to ensure the game always felt fresh, and to give you reasons to keep braving topside. But once the game was in the player's hands, we saw that that kind of long-term experience we want to create for Arc Raiders requires more transformative updates. Over time, we found that the pressure of the monthly cycle limits how impactful these updates can be. You feel it, we feel it too. Running at that pace isn't sustainable or compatible with the bigger ambitions we have for the game. So basically, they're telling us they are really looking into the plans that they have for the game, and they want these ambitious plans and new updates to be more successful. And of course, you have to take a lot into consideration, including your dev team. And if you have a heart, you don't want people to be burnt out on your dev team. You want people to stick around. You want people to be excited about creating Arc Raiders just as much as they were when they launched the game. And to take care of the whole of the game, it makes sense to really look within and maybe scale back how often you update the game in order to limit and lower the pressure. And if you actually have a conscience, you shouldn't really see anything wrong with that. I mean, they're literally just holistically looking at the longevity of the game and how it impacts their development team as well as the game as a whole. So along with that, they say major updates will come twice a year. Going forward, we've made the decision to release major updates twice a year. And this is the part that a lot of people are hung up on, and I can tell a lot of people did not read further than this. Because they said, while the major big game-changing updates will only happen twice a year, they specifically say that there will be a dedicated live service team still pushing out updates monthly. Reading comprehension is important. It's not just reading, it's also comprehending. It literally says right here, don't worry, a dedicated live service team will continue running Arc Raiders day to day. Regular live updates plus balance and bugs fixes, store updates, and player events aren't going anywhere. So there will still be updates happening on a monthly basis. Now, my thing about this is I've always talked about the well-rounded gamer, not just the person who considers themselves a gamer simply because of FOMO. Nowadays, gaming has become so mainstream that everybody all of a sudden has become a gamer. And if you're a gamer and you really love the hobby, you have other games in your rotation that you can play. You're not only playing Arc Raiders. So in my personal opinion, between the still monthly updates as well as filling your time with other things that you like to play, twice a year major updates to me isn't that big of a deal if you really enjoy Arc Raiders and you want to see it be successful and continue playing the game. And the biggest thing that people complain about as we read along is this additional development space allows us to invest more deeply in the health of Arc Raiders, from progression and economy balancing to fair play and anti-cheat efforts. So many people have been complaining about the anti-cheat, so why wouldn't you want them to spend time really locking this down? Embark is literally listening to us. A lot of these things, however, don't happen overnight, and that's what a lot of people fail to understand. It's like players are asking for things, and when Embark says we hear you and we're working on it, that still seems to not be enough. But let's move on to the biggest update and the biggest insight we got, the Frozen Trail update. Now, we've gotten some glimpses of this come from data mines and leaks, some alleged information about Frozen Trail and the map and what that's going to entail. But Embark is actually giving us some updates here. Now, the biggest thing that also has a lot of players doom and glooming on the internet right now is this major update will not land until October. Now, the argument is, of course, it being a good amount of time from October, we also know there is a major drop happening literally in November, which is GTA 6. Now, let's be real. Let's be realistic. Everybody and their mama, daddy, sister, brother, auntie, grandma, grandpa is going to be playing GTA 6. However, like I said in the beginning, people have the attention span of a peanut. So GTA 6 will come out. It will have a honeymoon phase just like any other really good game. So like I said before, if you're an actual gamer and you actually enjoy the hobby of gaming, you will have a bunch of games in your rotation to not only fill that gap until October, but you will be able to coincide and play GTA 6 and Arc Raiders at the same time. And the fact that this update is coming before GTA 6 still gives you a month to play Arc Raiders. And then, of course, everybody's going to go and play GTA 6. But that doesn't mean GTA 6 is going to kill every game. GTA 6 will come out. Millions of players will drop what they're doing and play that game, probably through January. I think through January, it'll have a pretty good honeymoon phase, unless they do a major update of online alongside dropping GTA 6 as well. But if you're an actual gamer that enjoys games, you enjoy Arc Raiders, having this update come out right before GTA 6 is great because you have Arc Raiders and then you get GTA 6 right after, so you'll have plenty to do. Not to mention, Summer Games Fest starts in 2 weeks, and with Summer Games Fest always brings a bunch of major shadow drops. So I personally don't know why everybody is always so pessimistic about these types of things. There are always silver linings if you actually pay attention. But let's read on. Of course, we're going to get the Frozen Trail update, which I'm excited about and I'm willing to wait for. Our next major update lands in October and it's the largest we've released since launch. This isn't just about volume, it's about it's designed to address the broader questions the community has been asking. We're going to get a sprawling new frontier, of course, the new map, which is supposed to be really, really big and beautiful. More ambitious arc operations, new systems of progression, including updates to the skill tree, exploring the origin of the arc. A lot of people are into the lore and they want to know more about the story of the arc, more of the backstory. Improved skill tree alongside new weapons, items, instruments, and much, much more. And this is all great. I don't understand why everybody is such a negative Nancy and a Debbie Downer all the time. This gives us something to look forward to. And this literally shows that they're listening to us. It's just a matter of none of us are game developers. Like the people in the comments who say, oh, this game is going to die. Like this is terrible. Game's dead. None of us are game developers. We don't know what goes into creating this system, especially with such a unique IP as Arc Raiders. They basically have to build these things from scratch, and that takes time. That doesn't happen overnight. No game works like that. None of these things happen overnight. It takes years to develop games. We all know this. And even with a glimpse of this big Frozen Trail update, they're still giving us something brand new. Starting next week, we're getting a new trader. Next week, we're introducing a fresh mechanic designed for late game players, a new trader from a nomadic tribe of surface dwellers. Many of you have invested a lot in the game, and there's a few common problems that we keep hearing about. You're holding a lot of high value items with no way to offload them. Your stash is filling up. Very few of you are going on the expedition, either because it's not rewarding enough or because it's too painful to part with some of your items, including the blueprints. These are word for word, bar from bar, literal complaints of most of the player base. So you can't say Embark is not listening. This is literally the things that we've been saying. So with this new trader is going to come a unique way to barter and trade for unique rewards. The new trader unlocks at level 25 and he offers unique rewards, rare items, and cosmetics in exchange for your high value items. He will take items off your hands in return for these weekly rotating rewards. but he may sometimes ask you to go find specific rare items as well, which is fun. That's more game, that's more content, that's more things to do right there. The new trader also offers 2 perks in exchange for high value items. Extra stash space, so this is going to be another way to gain extra stash space for people who still are on the fence about doing the expedition. So not only can you do the expedition, but you can also have this second option to try to up your stash space. And what's really cool to me is the addition of the expedition vault that allows you to carry up to 5 items across the expedition. This is what will probably make me want to do the expedition now because I've never done one. So you can set your new raider up with your favorite items or blueprints. And literally, you only need 3 things in order to expedite your grind after you do the expedition. Literally, the MK3 Survivor Augment, the Anvil, and either the Wolf Pack or the Secret Grenade. If you have one of those blueprints, you're set. You literally can take those three blueprints and use your time in the game to find the rest, and boom. I mean, that seems worth it to me. It's fine if it doesn't seem worth it to you, but this is good. So in my personal opinion, I just don't know why everybody is such a Debbie Downer about this. Embark is being honest. They're being upfront. They could have just said nothing and we could have gotten nothing all the way until October. And then, yeah, people really would have left the game. Like, at least they're telling us what to look forward to and exactly what they're doing, and that they hear us and they're working on the things that we actually want. And I personally feel bad, like, for Embark and the developers, because I know they're working really hard, and I know that there are a lot of people that love this game that are getting overshadowed by all the pessimism and the trolls and the negative comments just to be yapping. People just get online and yap, and it's so unfortunate. This is not the end for Arc Raiders. In fact, I think this is just the beginning. So let me know what you think in the comments. I'm interested. Let me know. I've been, conversating about this online for a minute now, and I'm looking forward to the future that is Arc Raiders, and I'm gonna stick beside Embark because this information to me gives me something to look forward to. But you tell me, do you think waiting until October is really that bad? Let me know in the comments about your opinion about this blog post and what it means for Arc Raiders in the future. And again, if you like anything about what we discussed in this video, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. This is Topaz TV, and I'll see you in the next video.